The house had everything money could buy: marble floors that reflected the morning sun, walls lined with priceless art, and silence so heavy it felt like a burden. Yet inside that luxury, something was terribly wrong. The millionaire, Adrian Cole, stood helpless in the nursery, staring at his baby boy who had refused to eat for 3 days. Doctors had come and gone, offering expensive formulas, complicated diagnoses, and empty reassurances, but nothing worked. The baby cried weakly, pushing away every spoon, every bottle, every attempt. Adrian, a man who had built an empire from nothing, now felt completely powerless. His son's life was slipping away, and no amount of wealth could stop it. The staff in the mansion moved quietly, afraid to make a mistake. Several nannies had already been fired, blamed for the baby's condition. The air was thick with fear and tension. That morning, a new maid arrived, a simple young woman named Eliza. She wasn't like the others. No designer uniform, no polished accent, no impressive resume. Just calm eyes, gentle movements, and a quiet confidence that somehow felt out of place in such a grand house. As she stepped into the kitchen, the head housekeeper gave her a quick briefing. "Don't interfere with the baby," she warned. "That's not your job. Just clean and stay out of the way." Eliza nodded politely, but something in her heart stirred when she heard the faint, weak cries echoing from upstairs. Hours passed, and the baby's cries grew softer, too soft. Eliza couldn't ignore it anymore. She quietly walked toward the nursery, her footsteps almost silent. When she entered, she saw Adrian sitting beside the crib, his face buried in his hands. The baby lay there, pale and exhausted, barely moving. "Sir," Eliza spoke gently. Adrian looked up, frustration flashing in his eyes. "What is it?" "I told everyone to leave us alone." Eliza hesitated for a moment, then said softly, "May I try something?" Adrian almost laughed bitterly. "Doctors with degrees couldn't fix this. And you think you can?" "I don't know," she replied honestly. "But sometimes, babies don't need medicine. They need something else." There was something about her calmness that made Adrian pause. Maybe it was desperation, or maybe it was the way she didn't sound afraid. After a long silence, he nodded. "Fine. But if anything goes wrong?" "It won't," she said gently. Eliza stepped closer to the baby, her movements slow and reassuring. She didn't pick up the spoon immediately. Instead, she placed her hand lightly on the baby's chest and began humming a soft, unfamiliar lullaby. The room seemed to shift. The baby's restless breathing began to steady, and for the first time, his tiny fingers moved, not in distress, but in response. Adrian watched closely, his heart pounding. Eliza then did something unexpected. She didn't force the food toward the baby. Instead, she dipped the spoon lightly and brought it near, waiting, giving the baby time. Her humming continued, soft and warm, like a memory the baby recognized. Seconds felt like hours. Then suddenly, the baby opened his mouth. Adrian froze. Eliza gently fed him a small spoonful. The baby didn't resist. He swallowed. Tears filled Adrian's eyes as he stepped closer. That's impossible." But Eliza wasn't finished. She continued slowly, patiently, never rushing, never forcing. Spoon by spoon, the baby began to eat, something he hadn't done in days. Color slowly returned to his face, and his eyes, once dull, began to brighten. This is a miracle," Adrian whispered, his voice breaking. Eliza finally stopped and looked at him. "No, sir. It's trust." He was scared. "Scared?" Adrian repeated, confused. She nodded. "Babies feel everything. The tension, the fear, the pressure. Everyone was trying to make him eat, but no one was making him feel safe." Adrian stood there in silence, her words hitting deeper than anything the doctors had said. He looked at his son, now calmer, more alive than he had been in days, and then back at Eliza. "Who are you?" he asked quietly. She gave a small smile. "Just someone who understands that sometimes, love heals faster than medicine." From that moment, everything changed. Eliza was no longer just a maid, she became the one person Adrian trusted the most. The mansion, once cold and tense, slowly began to feel like a home again. And Adrian, he learned something that no amount of money had ever taught him. That day wasn't just about saving a life. It was about understanding it. And if this story touched your heart, if you believe in the power of kindness, love, and unexpected miracles, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Because stories like this aren't just meant to be heard, they're meant to be felt.